Hey good people, how you doing? David Taub here, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com. I hope all is going well and I hope your guitar journeys are going famously. And today what I have for you is a beginner lesson on help with that F chord. You know, that F chord is tricky at first, and I'm sure if you've tried it already you know exactly what I mean. And I'm going to give you some tips because we're going to do a few things that are going to prepare you to play that F chord and to take a lot of the frustration out of playing it, right? That F chord's in a lot of songs. You definitely want to add that to your guitar arsenal after you've learned and mastered the basic open position chords, the cowboy chords, A minor and E minor and D and G and C add 9 and all those. So the F is an important chord. So this I'm going to make these exercises into a musical progression, so it's something musical and fun. We'll learn some new strum patterns, maybe even learn some variations of chords for you so you sound a little different. And it'll get you ready to play that F chord. So I want you to stay positive. You can do it. Anyone who has ever picked up a guitar has struggled with that F chord. Nobody walks right up to a guitar and plays an F chord. All right, so what you're going through, if you're trying to play that or some other tricky chords, everyone goes through that. Your playing is an evolution as long as you're practicing the right things, following a good structured plan like we have at Next Level Guitar, you're gonna get there, right? And before I forget, if you would like 5 free video lessons, 5 that are not on YouTube, 5 lessons right along lines of what we're talking about here and working on your strumming and your chord changing and your rhythm, click on that link in the text box below this video and I'll send you 5 free videos and a coinciding PDF ebook with chord charts and fretboard diagrams and written lessons. It's great. And it will really help you along your guitar journey. You probably already are playing a C major chord, but what I want you to do is I want you to take off that first finger, and now we have a C major 7. Okay? I always try to teach little different variations of chords in these lessons too, because one of the things as a beginner you have to be careful of is always playing the same things with the same strum patterns, the same chords, the same ways, because it gets very boring and then a lot of people get tired of it and it's not exciting enough and they put the guitar down, and we don't want that. We want to make it exciting and interesting. So just these little things you can do make such a big difference. So instead of C major, we're going to play C major 7, major 7 chords. Very jazzy, very sweet sounding. Another chord we're going to play that you're probably not playing yet is a D minor 7. Okay? And with this chord we have to do a little something, and I'll show you that in a minute. And we're also going to be playing an F major 7. Not an F major, an F major 7. And maybe we'll even play a little piece of a G chord, where you're just playing with your third, on the 3rd fret, 2nd finger, low E string, 1st finger on the 2nd fret on that B note on the A string, and then you're playing the D, G, and B open. Don't play the high E. If you're playing a full G chord, you can do that, like that, or like this with 2 fingers. But if you're not playing the G chord yet, if that's a little bit too far for you right now, just use this and we'll just call it a G chord, a little piece of a G chord. Still sounds good. Okay, so here's the trick, right? Eventually you want to be able to play an F bar chord. But that's coming down the road. That takes a lot of strength and a little bit of leverage and a little bit of finger dexterity to be able to bar across all strings with one finger to play a bar chord. So a good substitution at first is to play this little mini F chord. You'll see this chord again. You see this chord here, right? And if you notice with this chord, my first finger is barring across the high E and the B strings. At the 1st fret, my 2nd finger is on the 2nd fret of the G string, and my 3rd finger is on the 3rd fret of the D string. And we're only playing the top 4 strings. You are not playing the low E or the A. Now even that chord is hard at first because you have to bar with the 1st finger and you have to stretch over to that 3rd finger. Now I have very, very big hands, so I'm kind of atypical in this way, but that is a little bit of a stretch, even if you're first starting out. When you're first starting out, that can be a stretch. So let's back it back from there and do something to prep you for this little mini F chord. Let's play a D minor 7th. And all that is this. Like all you have to do, again, we're going to bar with our 1st finger on the high E and the B string, and then with your 2nd finger, just play the 2nd fret, the A note, on the G string, and open D string. That's all you need is 2 fingers for this. Looks like that. That's a D minor 7. Right? Now, a little tip is when you're barring with this 1st finger, don't have it perfectly straight up and down like this. Because if you do that, it's going to turn, watch my arm. Watch what happens if I go straight with it. See, it pulls your arm in towards your shoulder, and that puts you in a very funky and awkward position to play that F. See, it even looks weird, right? So what you want to do is you want to have this finger angled so it's like pointing at your face. That first finger angle on this way, and this way your arm is right in line with that angle. It looks like you could draw a straight line. Finger, arm, right up to, I guess, the side of your face, the left side of your face if you're right-handed. Be the right side of your face if you're left-handed. Okay? So remember, not too straight. Now on bar chords, yes, but that's different. For now, angle that finger. You know, not like so your hand's over here by the tuning pegs, but angle it. I guess it's around about a 45-degree angle, right? And have it pointing right at your face, and you're gonna push down, and you should get this sound because I'm playing the B and the high E string, and then just that second finger just comes over. Don't play low E in the A, and your thumb should be anchored in the back of the neck, like right in between the first and second fingers, not way out here, and certainly not like this. Because again, when you grip the guitar like a baseball bat, look what it does to your shoulder. This is wrong. Very bad technique, wrong position, and it's going to get you into trouble later. And I don't want you to form any bad habits early on in your guitar journey because they're very difficult to untangle later. D minor 7. Okay? So from that chord, we're going to go to the F major 7. Notice we're not playing that F chord where we're barring. We're playing the low E string, I'm sorry, the high E string open. Again, major 7, sweet and jazzy. And you're only playing those 4 strings. Again, no low E or A string. That's a great, let's say you have an absolute crazy thought in your head that you have to play this one song and it has an F chord in it, right? Try substituting the F, and you can't play the F chord yet. Your finger isn't strong enough, you can't stretch yet. Try the F major 7. A lot of times it will work. It's not going to sound totally right, but it'll get you through it. As my dad used to say, any port in a storm. Okay, so we're going to go from that D minor 7th, F major 7th, and then all you're going to do to go to the C major 7 from there is just bring that second and third finger up 1 string. And you have that beautiful change. It's an easy change. Now, a couple quick tips on my fret hand technique that you really want to keep in mind and practice when you're doing these exercises, when you're working on getting your, whatever chords you're practicing, when you're getting them to sound good, right? This first batch of chords, you want to have good technique. Few things you want to do. Always, always, always keep your hand as close to the fretboard as possible on your fingertips and your fingers cupped. Not out like this, not forming a chord and like your pinky way out here, or this finger flapping in the breeze out here. Always nice and tight in this cluster. The pinky is attached to that third finger. You want to leave it kind of hitching a ride attached there, right? And it always should be ready, no matter what the chord, whether it be E minor, pinky's attached. Fingers are really close to the fretboard, right? I'm on my fingertips. See, this is like I can get this space in here. I'm not flat because then I'm going to be hitting other strings. I'm getting noises that you don't want. No matter what chord, the technique is the same. Always keep the fingers as close as can to the fretboard, and pretend like they're magnetically attracted to the strings, right? And then when you chord change, don't take your hands apart. Like when we're going from that F major 7 to the C major 7, don't do this. Watch my hand. Okay, I made the F major now, C major 7. You know, I exaggerated it, but my point is, you want to leave your hand and make the movement as economical as possible. And just practice it back and forth. F major 7, C major 7, until you got that change. That's what I call practicing the mechanics of a chord change. And you want to do that over and over again. 5 minutes a day. Write down all the chords that you're having trouble with and just go back and forth. Even if you're sitting in front of the television set. Back and forth. It really helps that muscle memory. If you're having trouble from the D minor 7 to the F major 7, okay, remember, because you got a bar and then you got to hook that first finger. Just back and forth. And then C major 7. So the movements are very minute, and I'm moving my fingers together. Like on the F major 7, I'm not saying, okay, second finger move up 1 string to the D, and third finger then you move up 1 string to the A string, right? I'm not doing that. I'm moving them together, right? You always want to move your chord. When you're changing chords, move your fingers together. That's a lot of information, I know. Take copious notes. And remember, your playing is an evolution. And after a while, all this technique stuff will become automatic. I could roll through, you know, a ton of different chords while I'm talking to you and strumming. And because I'm not really thinking about it, it's on autopilot. And that's, as far as this seems in the distance, it's not that far, but soon you will be too. You won't even have to think about it. You won't have to send that message down. Okay, move that third finger up to the low E string and that second finger go. You won't have to do that. It'll be automatic. That's what happens. I've taught thousands and thousands of students all over the world, and this is the progression. This is how it works, and it will for you too. So stay positive. You can do it! And when it's automatic, it's great because it's like in your subconscious. You're not really even thinking about it. Then you can concentrate on other things like, you know, maybe doing chucking or adding embellishments or singing or working on a vocal melody, right? You don't have to worry about what's going on here because it's dialed in. All right, so let's play the progression. D minor 7th, right? F major 7th. We'll stop at the C major 7th. We'll do 2 measures on the C major 7th. 1 measure on the D minor 7th, 1 measure on the F major 7th, 2 on the C major 7th. At first we'll do a real easy strum pattern, then we'll get into some more difficult strum patterns. And I'm gonna give you the change, but let's do a strum pattern that's at least somewhat musical. You know, a lot of people, they work on changes at first, and it's fine. You go down, 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 change, down, down, all quarter notes, right? And that's okay, but I'd rather have you do something a little bit musical. It's so much more empowering. And I could easily make an all downstroke strum musical just by adding rests. And rests are what give music its life's blood, right? We play a strum pattern or whatever, and then we put a rest in there and then repeat it. So it's the repeated series of rest. This, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3 is exercising. It's not musical. I'm not saying it's not important to know a quarter note, it is. But I'd rather have you do a pattern like this. Again, we'll use all downstrokes, but something that has some rest in it that's more musical. All I'm doing is I'm holding the strings and I'm scratching out a pattern with all downstrokes. Here's the pattern. It's down, 1 down, then 2 downs, down, down. So you have down, 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 and then 3 downs, down, down, down. Always break the strum pattern up if it's, you could feel it in more than one part. It makes it easier to digest and assimilate into your playing at first. So altogether you have down, 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 rest, down, down, rest, down, down, down. See, now we have a rhythm. Sometimes it helps to play along with someone, so I'll just roll through that strum a few times. Play along with me. If you fall off the horse, get right back on. 2, 3, 4, down, 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 down. Couple more. No chord. Just grab the strings. So let's do that strum pattern, all downstrokes with our progression. Here we go. Start on the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 on the C major 7. We're gonna do it again. Right, isn't that pretty? And you're working that strength. Now you're going to keep rolling that and keep practicing that and really get these chords. You want all the notes to ring true. That D minor 7th will take you a little bit because you're barring. If you haven't barred any across any strings yet, you got to build up a little bit of strength with that first finger. But really practice that with all those good chord changing techniques that I just talked about. Try it with different strum patterns, right? And get that down. Now remember, on that D minor 7 and F major 7, you are not playing the low E and the A strings. So try, just concentrate on those top strings. And on the C major 7, don't play the low E. If you notice, I muted out with my thumb by just coming over the top of the neck with the thumb. You could maybe do it by, if your hand isn't big enough or you're not familiar with that technique, which I teach on the website, nextlevelguitar.com, bring up your third finger a little bit to spill over the A string to touch the low E. Then you can hit, you know, all 6 strings. Worry about not hitting the low E. Okay, so let's try a little bit more advanced strum pattern, because this is how you're going to get better. You got to push yourself on the guitar. Once you get something down, you know, move on, keep working on it, but take on new things. Just can't stay kind of spinning your wheels in the same place. We'll even do the same progression, but let's make the strum pattern a little bit more interesting. Let's do a strum pattern like this. You're probably like, oh my God, that sounds like a lot, but it's not. Let's break it up. Down, down, up, up, down. That's the first part. So just get that. Down, down, up, down. See, there's a rest in there. We're going down. We're not doing an upstroke right away. We're doing another down. So again, we're doing these repeated series of rests. Down, down, up, down. First part. And then the second part, up, down, up, down. First part. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's the first two parts. Get those. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then the third part, we'll just do a down, up, straight eighth note. So all together you have this. Slow. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, rest, up, down, rest, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Practice that. Play along with me, along with what I was just doing. Just grab the strings and you'll get that one. And that's a great strum pattern. You can use that with tons of other progressions or songs or whatever else you're working on right now. But let's play it with the progression, see how that sounds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, very good, very good. So practice that if you want to put a little variation in it. Instead of doing the C major 7th chord for 2 measures, do it for 1 measure and then we'll throw in that little piece of a G major chord. Right? So you get this sound. You get D minor 7, F major 7, C major 7th, G. Kind of works its way nicely back to that D. Okay, so let's try that with that strum pattern. 2, 3, 4. Sounds great, right? One thing, when you're doing longer strum patterns like this, or even shorter ones sometimes, a lot of students have a tendency to start off nice and slow. Start speeding it up and it's off to the races, right? So you really have to be cognizant of that to keep that strum pattern slow at first. Practice everything slow because remember, if you're strumming faster, you got to change those chords faster or you're going to be out of time, right? So the faster you're strumming, the faster you got to change chords. So remember, nice and slow, really slow. It's not a race. And man, if you work on this, it's going to help your strength, your dexterity, chord changing, your rhythm, learn strum patterns. I try to roll up a bunch of concepts and techniques into the lesson. So while you're practicing and making music, you're learning and while having fun, of course, but you're getting your technique down. So enjoy it, have fun with it. Remember to click that link in the text box below this video and I'll send you 5 free video lessons that are not on YouTube and a coinciding ebook that'll really help you continue with these studies and really get your playing to the next level in the fastest and most efficient manner. All right? And also, if you have a chance, go to our website, nextlevelguitar.com. It's a complete structured guitar curriculum. Lessons for beginners, intermediates, advanced players, acoustic, electric, all genres of music. There's almost 1,000 lessons on there, written lessons, 1,000 video lessons, written lessons, jam tracks, forum, chord library. It's absolutely packed. There's articles on there. There's so much stuff that it's just an amazing program, but it's very structured. I'm David Taub. I hope this helped you. The F chord's tough. Keep pecking away at it. Get to where, get this down first, then you get the 4-finger little mini F, and eventually we'll be playing bar chords, okay? You can do it. Stay positive. Your guitar playing is an evolution. Stay tuned for more great lessons, and I'll see you in the next one. Rock on.